the first race of the 2024 season. Finally, MotoGP can get underway. We've had over 5 days of pre-season testing. It's time to begin. Let's count them in. We're ready to get going here in the desert. Hello everybody, welcome to the first race of 2024. It's the Qatar Grand Prix and we are all set to get going for the Tissot Sprint, the first race of the season. We're on here, we've got about 5 minutes until that green light goes out and we will be underway. Welcome along everybody, nice to have you with us. I can see you all joining as well on the YouTube chat. Formula One's pre-show is going to start soon. Jess Ball and Megan Birch will be talking you through that as well at 10 past the hour. But for the opening gambits of this race, you're alongside me. 11 laps, it's about 22 minutes in total of action here from the Losail International Circuit, and fingers crossed we're going to be in for a very interesting race. Now, starting on pole position, as you can see, is Jorge Martin, alongside is Aleix Espargaro and Bastianini as well. That's the front row, but there's so much more intrigue further down as well. Starting in their first races, it's of course Martin taking another pole position in the championship hunt. Take a look at it further down. It is pole position number 14 of his MotoGP career, but also his 35th overall. And of course, the grid that was set earlier on in qualifying sets the grid for the race tomorrow as well. So it's all eyes will be up front. Everybody will be expecting greatness. Everybody's expecting a load of action and a load of intrigue down to turn one. I'm in a different commentary box for this opening race. I'll be back in the main box with Megan Birch tomorrow for the Grand Prix, but Formula One being on at the same time means we have a different run around. But the Tissot Sprint is going to be electric. We've got our timing screens open as per normal as well, so you'll be able to see everything back at home as well in terms of where they're running and whose sector times they're running with as well. Around this Losail International Circuit, pole position on the left hand side of the screen. It's a 3.343 mile circuit, 5.308 kilometers, 10 right hand corners, 6 left hand corners, constructed back in 2004 as well. It is a fascinating racetrack as well. I'm just taking a look, see if Megan's at least going to come down and take a look, because it's all rising up. 5 minutes then. So 3 minutes to the start, and a brand new safety car at the front of the field as well this year, being taken into positioning. Just taking a look at the exit, does look fantastic as well out here. And turn one, you approach from 305 kilometers an hour. You go down to second gear, 105 kilometers. It's a powerful track and it's an exciting track. Here we go then, it's time to get set and get ready. It's the first race of the 2024 season. It is the sprint race here for MotoGP. Pole position for Jorge Martin, Aleix Espargaro and Enea Bastianini on the front row of the grid. What are we going to get for the first time as the lights go out in 2024? Under the lights here at Shakir. Stand by as we get ready to call action for a whole new season. Here it comes. Yeah. Everybody gets nervous at this time of a new season. Brand new season, brand new opportunities for everyone out there. This is your grid. Jorge Martin on pole position. Aleix Espargaro starts second and Enea Bastianini's in third. Brad Binder has fourth with Pecco Bagnaia fifth. Marc Marquez takes sixth. Di Giannantonio is in seventh. Pedro Costa is in eighth on his debut. Alongside him is Alex Marquez. Then it's Maverick Vinales alongside Jack Millen and Raul Fernandez. Then it's Johan Zarco alongside Miguel Oliveira, Marco Bezzecchi, Fabio Quartararo with Johan Mir alongside Augusto Fernandez. There's Takiki Nakagami, Alex Rins, Luca Marini, and Franco Morbidelli recovering from his injury down in 22nd position. He starts at the back, but it will be all eyes to the front as the warm-up lap starts and we get ready to get underway. So it's a brand new season as away they go. Nearly jumped the flag there. Did Enea Bastianini. 22 laps will be the distance tomorrow for the Grand Prix. Sprint race distance is half that, so it's 11 laps ahead of us as well. A total of about 57 kilometers we will be running, and Jorge Martin watching on in the distance. He knows exactly what's coming on. Hello everybody watching on in the YouTube chat. Let us know if our microphones are okay and everything is working right. 11 laps ahead of us. It's going to be so exciting when those lights finally go out. We are live for the opening race from the Losail International Circuit. They come out of turns 4 and 5 down to turn 6 hairpin. This is where the long lap is. It's a first gear 75 km/h corner. You'll be able to see the timings and the gaps between the riders on the screen, and we'll provide you all the radio commentary from the race as well when we get going. There's a lot of anticipation in the air, a lot of intrigue to who we could see be dominant, who we could see, I don't want to say having an attack run, but who could be very much on the, I don't want to say on the back, but on the cusp of having an interesting race. That's the key thing here as well. I'm in a green screen, the Combox studio, so if I'm pixelating ever so slightly, you know why, but I think the lighting's pretty good for this at the moment, and we'll work on getting a better camera for the next one, but at least we sorted the mic problem for those of you who joined us in Valencia. It's quite weird actually. We ended the last season in Combox B. We start the next season in Combox B. But we'll be back in the main one for proper lights out tomorrow. This is sprinting, our second season of this. Good evening, JB from South Africa. Looking forward to this season. Says General, good morning to you too over there. Is it good evening over there or good morning? Where is it? It's a couple of hours later in South Africa. It's good evening as well. Good afternoon over here at the moment. I think has Megan started streaming? Has Megan gone on air like 10 minutes early? If she has, that's caught me by surprise. Tensions rise here in Losail. They're ready to power it down on the grid. I'm just going to turn up the track noise a touch. I was struggling to hear it as well, so I don't know about you back at home. Red flag at the front. It's been a very confusing pre-season. Loads of intrigue. We knew Ducati was fast, but do we know actually who's going to be at the front of the field? The sprint race. It's half points, half race distance, but a start of a brand new chapter. The 2024 MotoGP season is about to get going. We're under starters' orders. It's eyes to the lights. And pull the throttle back, and we're racing in 2024. Great start from Bastianini, but immediately from the second row, Brad Binder comes up to take second position. Bastianini's on the inside line. Martin will lead into turn 1. Look out for Pecco as well. Augusto Fernandez, he's dropped way back into 22nd position as well. Bad start from him. Martin leads the way as they come up into turn 2 and 3. Great start from Brad Binder. He takes up into second. Into third goes Enea Bastianini as well. Into turns 3 and 4. Now they start to filter out as well. Look at Marc Marquez. He's already out battling with D'Antonio. Up into 7th position as they come in towards turn 5 and 6. And again, he's on the back. I think actually he's got ahead. Digi has passed. Yes, Digi has passed Marc Marquez. The two brothers are side by side of Alex and Marc. And Marc's diving up the inside at turn 6. He's not holding any punches back. First race on a brand new bike. He's up the inside. Gets back ahead of Digi. Great move there as we ride on board with the back camera of Marco Bezzecchi. He's down in 12th position. Fabio Quartararo is in 13th as they continue to launch out. Back onto the backstretch then through sector 2. Coming through turn 9, 10 and 11. And then swooping hard. It's the long run. So it's down on the brakes. Binder right on the back. That KTM's finding the pace. And Marc Marquez and D'Antonio are having forget a full-blown war. They are actually out trying to hurt each other right now. They are battling out and the elbows are getting out as well. Digi's on the back of Miller though. Marc's backed out of that one, so he's down into 8th position once again. Awesome start. No jump starts as well. We've just been taught from race control. And look at this from Bastianini. He's right on the back of Alicia Spargo and he dives up the inside. And that is a bold move. The two teammates, Bagnaia passing Bastianini as Aleix gets up a further position as Brad desperately tries to keep on the back. Maverick Vinales looks up the inside of Di Giannantonio. He's got Pedro Acosta just alongside him as they exit turn 16 down the long back straight as well of 0.664 miles, over a kilometre in length. And this is where the slipstreaming battle begins for Brad Binder, who pulls to the inside line down to turn 1. Trail breaks it in. I think he's just going to get behind. No, Martin right at the exit of the break. He takes it an extra step and he goes forward. Fabulous start from half the field. So they turn in, they continue to push as we get going on forward. I don't know why it said we're live on Twitch. I don't know what Megan's done. If she's forgotten that we're live on YouTube, I don't know what she's done there actually, because we're not live on YouTube, so I think she's made a mistake already. Yeah, Megan's made some sort of error. So I don't know what she's done or what's happened, but Megan's done something for that. Anyway, back to the action. Smart Marquez up the inside of Jack Miller. So Digi's down to 8th. Marquez is up into 6th position as well as they come through. Great start from everyone. So they're coming down into the position again. There goes Di Giannantonio up the inside, getting ahead of Miller. And now Alex Marquez is waiting back in the position. He's trying to find a way through and can't do it. So now Martin leads by 0.3 of a second. And Pedro Acosta in his first race down in 10th position at the moment. But he's fighting hard. He's keeping in the battle. He knows which side the bread is buttered. He's not getting involved in any fights straight away. So, back in the action, as we see, that's Acosta passing Miller. So Acosta passing Miller as they come down the back straight away out of the last corner. TV pitch had a bit of a freeze, now they're back with us as well, finally. So, across the line we go, 9 to go, Martin from Binder, Aleix Espargaro coming up the inside, there goes Jack Miller passing Acosta. It's going to be a bit tight, be very, very careful with your next manoeuvre there, chaps. So, back on the action, Martin, Binder, then we get Aleix Espargaro, Bagnaia, Bastianini, Marc Marquez, Di Giannantonio, Alex Marquez. So again, we've lost audio from the track as Martin comes in from Binder, trying to have the inside line. He was desperate to try and get it right, and he's getting it nearly right, yeah, not too bad. Back on the action, turning it in. Keep on having the action power. And the racing still continues. Awesome speed right now as well as they're trying to get going. So let's have a look at a replay. This is Martin. This is the opening lap. And it's Bastianini diving up the inside, and he's made a twitch, and that's what's let through. So yeah, so that's why the two Ducatis are battling together. Oh, crash down! And it's one of the VR46s, and it's Fabio Di Giannantonio. Fabio Di Giannantonio is on the ground. He's crashed out of the race. I've just seen him on the TV monitor with his hands down on the ground. Don't know where he's gone. Sector 3, and he's still in the gravel. What's he doing? He's not falling back. It's Sector 3. So, oh, he's just fallen off the bike. What's happened there? Right in the middle of everybody. His bike's taken off into the middle of the track. What's happened there? That was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Could not tell. So it looked like he almost jumped off the bike. Maybe he didn't have any brakes. Maybe he touched him. Hang on, but to jump off in front of the entire field? No. Something had gone wrong there. Marc Marquez does a 1:52.040. Oh, Digi. Bagnaia gets ahead of Alex. Yep, so Bagnaia moves up ahead of Alex Marquez. Hang on a minute. Where's Bagnaia? Aleix Espargaro gets ahead of Aleix. Yeah, oh, sorry, I've read that wrong. It's on a mini laptop. Bagnaia's up to 3rd position. So that Aprilia dream didn't last long, did it? We had a Ducati, KTM and Aprilia. 1, 2, 3, and it did not last long in the race at all. 8 laps to go here as they swoop back in. Marc Marquez now trailing Enea Bastianini, trying to look round the outside, then gently pushes the throttle back, trying to keep in the same position. We're on board with Marc Marquez now. That yellow flag is starting sector 3, so that bike must be somewhere. He has, and the yellow flag's in, so that he was crashed, and lucky that that bike never hit anybody. It's like a horse in the Grand National throwing its jockey off. It just went, absolutely went. No idea where it went, but the bike was completely adamant that it was no longer needing to have a rider on it. Red sector times across the board here, by the way, as well. We've got everyone moving in perfect synchrony. But at the moment, I've got to say as well, there is a difference between, because the race today, they're out there medium front, medium rear. Miller and Nakagami have gone for soft front. Nakagami's gone soft rear. Miller sticked with medium front. You can see that on your screen. But they are going to change as they come across the line. 2/10 the difference. I'm surprised Martin with the grunt of that Ducati on the 23 bike. He's pushing hard as he comes in, down the brakes, turns the bike into turn 1, down second gear, 105 kilometers an hour. Full power at the exit, really boots it hard. And Bagnaia was the fastest of the top 3 of them at the moment. 152.161 was on the last lap, so he is getting up there. So Bagnaia is having a better time of it out there. He should be able to jump these top 3 very, very soon. Martin, Binder, Bagnaia. Down to Marc Marquez, there's a battle for the race here, for the sprint. They'll get the medal. Whoever wins this one will get the Tissot sprint medal. So that's always worth remembering that you could get that. And of course, half points, 12 points. It's kind of big deal, isn't it? Especially at the start of the season. It's strange to think that after today we'll have a championship leader. It's a yellow flag sector 3. So who else has gone down? Well, they're all in just starting sector 3. So timing screen hasn't updated that much. Yellow flags are out. And it's down to this part of the track as well. So I wonder if it's a marshal recovering something or what. Now, there's no yellow flags anymore. This is something that Simon Patterson said earlier on Twitter. And Maddie Patterson, of course, as well. MotoGP have now no longer got physical yellow flags. They've moved completely to the digital LED pads, which in some ways are better. They're controlled by race control, but there's no local yellows to actually warn the riders a bit more. But yellow flag is out in sector 3 for whatever reason. I do not know. It's not telling me. Marc Marquez passes in air Bastianini for 5th position. So that battle gets raging on as we come down the start-finish straight once more. Are we actually going to see anybody go for an overtake, go for that lunge that we know they can do, that we know they are capable of? We saw it so much in pre-season testing. Martin still having that inside line. And yeah, so I think this is a trial run for tomorrow's race, isn't it? That's half the distance, half the race. We're halfway in this one already, 6 of 11 with 6 to go. And this, I think, is Alex Marquez passing in air Bastianini, battle 5th. Bastianini, he just can't get those tyres heated up. He's wiggling around everywhere. And Marc Marquez just sort of slipped through on the inside, so thank you very much. Zarco's now P11 for LCR Honda. He is. Great spot, SHT. Thank you for that. We've got a timing screen and another timing screen directly below us on an iPad. It's a bigger setup than we had last year when we did this as well. But we don't need all that anymore. Well, I suppose this is actually the reason why we've got that monitor, if we're ever here on a Saturday. So, Martin, 0.5 of a second, the difference at the moment as they come in. He's in the battle for P9, yeah, between Viñales, Miller and Zarco. Now, Viñales had a bike problem in practice. Let's not forget that. He had to stop, got the command black flag from race control, so he had to stop earlier on in the practice session this morning, and he'll get going again this afternoon with a better run. This is Marc Marquez now we're watching. He is in 5th position, riding with him. Aleix Espargaro's just ahead of him, and they're keeping it cool. They don't want to run the risk of losing any times. They know where they need to be, so they're keeping it calm as they trail in now into turn 16, last on the track. Full power, like literally pull the throttles down the straight, release the clutch, and you can just send it down as hard, as fast as you want, as that's what's happening, because the Ducati power, Marc Marquez is liking this. He's breezed ahead of Aleix Espargaro. Absolute comfort and ease. you know, Mark's enjoying it. You can sense the enjoyment that Marc Marquez is having for this new bike. It's audible, isn't it? You can feel it, you can see it, and it's brilliant. As Oliveira passes Raul Fernandez, so the two Trackhouse Racing's battling 14th and 15th position. Bad start from Raul Fernandez. He qualified 12th. He's already dropped to 15th position in this one. That's a disappointment, but I'll have the same, I suppose, going into tomorrow. Just realised I should be having my rider stats in front of me now. Now on a single page this year, but in really tiny writing. It's really, I have to sort of bring it up close to me to see, but it saves paper. So yeah, absolutely. And also it's better for having it on this desk as well. So Martin, 6/10 now. 7. Let's be fair. You can see it on the screen, same as me. It's 0.699, so it's a 7/10 advantage. Saying that, it's now just dropped to 0.685. I'll still stay the same, and it's a good delta between them. Megan's put her headset on, not knowing, I think, that she can use a handheld mic for hosting, so that's a bit bizarre. But anyway, back to the action. In MotoGP, it's a quiet one. Gigi Dell'Igno watching on in the Ducati pit lane, very much like this as well, just keeping an eye on everything, need to know at the moment. Information, I think, is what we're all thinking. What is the gap? What is the difference? What can he find? What can he play with to get the good run around? As they trail out, back on the accelerator, release that clutch ever so slightly, and then bang, down the straight. 4 laps to go. Lovely sprint race before we get into the main F1 action of the evening from Saudi Arabia. And Marc Marquez, I think he's just enjoying the fact he's racing again. Remember last year with Marc Marquez and that Repsol Honda, how many times did he crash? How many times in the sprints did he go down? In fact, he finished more sprint races last year than he finished Grand Prix. Marc didn't finish a Grand Prix for the opening 9 races. Let's not forget that. He always went out in the he finished well in the sprints, didn't do well in the Grand Prix, but this is a new Marc Marquez. This is a return to form for Marc Marquez. He's got the skill back, he's got the feeling back, he's got the groove back. He knows exactly what this new Ducati can do. He didn't crash in testing. He had a few technical issues, but that's not crashing. It's completely the world of difference as they turn in, pull the throttle in, and they are very close together again. 6/10 now. Bagnaia being told on the dashboard, rider ahead, 33, gap 0.2 of a second. Rider behind Marc Marquez, gap 0.1 of a second, and Bagnaia doesn't want to have Marc Marquez on the back of him as well. That's who he had to fight as well for victories beforehand. Marc on this new Gresini, we're full centre now on the screen. He's looking fantastic, I might add as well. Turning in. Last couple of corners. Oh, Marc's run off the track! Marc ran off the track! I don't believe it! I was just praising him! And he's gone wide! And up the inside comes Aleix Espargaro! Marc's not giving in! Aleix isn't giving in! Aleix gets run wide! He gets the position! Marc Marquez has to back out of it! And Enea Bastianini was right there to capitalise if he can get a good traction. I was just praising him, and he goes and makes a mistake. Oh! Mamma mia from Marc Marquez. 3 to go in the Tissot sprint. Acosta is keeping Marc Marquez at bay. Alex Marquez, yeah. Alex is 7th. Acosta's down to 8th, so they've swapped places. Oops. Get that green screen right, shall we? What's happened? Is that there's a change of light as they come into it. This is a replay on board now. Just seeing a couple of actions. Actions speak louder, don't they, at the moment? So it's definitely been having that problem. What's happened? It's like the screen's moved back. There we go. Don't know what happened there. Let's see if I move it. That makes a bit of a difference. Apologies. Green screen technology with a setting sun as well, and no stronger light. We're fixing that. But still, the battle goes on. Great stuff from Martin, I must say it. Doing what he did last year, controlling the sprint races. In the second half of last year, he was unmistakably one of the best riders in the field. He got that gap down to Bagnaia massively. He was in a shot of winning the race and winning the title. He crashed with Marc Marquez, and it all went sour from there, unfortunately. Oh, and Quartararo passes Marco Bezzecchi, so he finally makes a move on the inside line. 3 to go, and Martin, 5/10 only now. Brad Binder. Let's talk about Brad Binder, shall we? Because I've got a feeling he could be a key factor in tomorrow's race. It's like he's having a learning experience day right now. He's just holding it back as much as he can before releasing all the pent-up anger and all the actions straight forward. Do you see what I mean about an intriguing MotoGP season? We've got 4 riders still in a row together. The only thing is, we usually see towing down the start-finish straight. We're not seeing that. Into turn 1. Yeah, we're not seeing that. And it is worrying me a little bit, actually. Why aren't we seeing that tow effect? Mark back on top says, is that Uther? Hello. I hope I pronounced your name right on the YouTube chat. Yeah, he is going to get it back on top as well. SSG says Quartararo ahead of Zarco. And it's about to be Aleix ahead of Bagnaia. Bagnaia's off the podium, but Aleix running it too deep coming into turn 4. Bagnaia gets the cut back and slips back up the inside line and makes the position stick. So a nice move there. You're going to have to get up earlier than that, I'm afraid, in the day to get it sorted. Constant drama, I'm afraid, as they keep on accelerating. 2 to go, and then I'll put you on as well. We'll sign off immediately, because I think the F1 broadcast is having a bit of a tricky time of it with some graphics right now. I don't think the graphics are working, which is just lovely, isn't it, really? So it's become really a radio show at the moment. So I'll fix that. We'll have a quick off here for MotoGP. In fact, I'll just tell Megan to come back here. Martin just holding on. So, now looking at the back, because Bagnaia's got back ahead and said Aleix went wide. And Aleix has got the better traction coming out of turn 13. Can he get the inside of 14? Yes, he can. Brilliant stuff. Molto bene. Away we go. Great, great, great. So Aleix back up into 3rd position. Bagnaia's going to get the toe of him down the back straight away in towards turn number 1. He's pulled that Ducati underneath the back as they come in towards turn number 1. Bagnaia looks to the inside line. He can't get ahead. Aleix has taken 3rd place. Is that going to be the opportunity he needs? It would be a dream come true if that's the case as well. Last lap for the sprint. Megan's watching in the background. Hello. Megan will be with us tomorrow for the Grand Prix. You'll be you as soon as not in this box. No, we're back in the main box. You're affecting the green screen. You can stand at the side. There you go. Yeah. No, it's because you're taking the light away. Duck down, in fact. Martin leading this one. I'll be handing over to Megan as soon as the checkered flag comes out so she can talk you through the results, and then I can go sort the problem that's going on F1's graphics, and I'll come back. 2 minutes max as I come into it. There's no timings. There is a problem. You can't see there's a problem, but there is a problem. Anyway, back to the action on track. Martin leading this one. He's dominated from lights out to checkered flag. Binder in 2nd. Best start from him. Of course, he was from 4th position. Makes the move up. It's going to be a 7th sprint win for Jorge Martin as he exits, coming out of turn 14 now. And look how close Aleix Espargaro is getting up towards the line here as well. He's going to try and have a go for 2nd place here. Still coming in for the battle on the inside line. Cautiously, wildly accelerating. That's the gist of things. Into the last sector, into the last corner. It's going to be a drag race to the line, but there's no doubt who's taken the checkered flag first. Jorge Martin starts how he wants to proceed in 2024 with victory in the Tissot Sprint. Binder is 2nd, Aleix is 3rd, Bagnaia 4th, Marc Marquez finishes 5th. Then it's Bastianini, Alex Marquez, and Acosta. Acosta gets points on debut. A fantastic opportunity for him on debut. Fantastic. As I've no idea what Megan's up to, but I'm going to hand over the flag to her. Quick. Will I have to end this? No.
Okay, you got me while he's busy sorting the problem that is apparently occurring. I can't tell if something's occurring because I thought everything was fine. Right, so Oh, look at them all congratulating Martin. Oh, it's a nice thing, even if it is just a Tissot sprint. I mean, it's still great. Right, so obviously winner of the Tissot sprint is Martin, followed by in second Binder. Aleix Spargaro trying to claw up his way back up into the higher standings because for this new season, because obviously he dropped a bit last year in the second half, I think, but he was doing so well at the start. It's strange. Right, then fourth is Bagnaia, Marc Marquez is fifth, Bastianini is sixth, seventh is Alex Marquez. Marquez brothers quite close to each other. Eighth is Acosta, Vinales is ninth, Miller is 10th, Bezzecchi 11th, Quartararo is 12th, Oliveira is 13th, Raul Fernandez is 14th, Mir is 15th, Zarco is 16th, 17th is Rins. Fernandez, the one beginning with an A, is in 18th, Nakagami is 19th, Morbidelli is 20th, Marini is in 21st, and D'Antonio obviously retired from this Tissot sprint, though making his way round the rest of the track. We can see Martin just very happily, and I'm pretty sure I just heard the door, so I'm not sure whether that means Joshua's in or not. I don't think it is, because I'm pretty sure I heard other people in at the moment. Yeah, it's other people. Right, so, oh, little wheelie there from Aleix Spargaro. Clearly he is very happy with his third position in this Tissot sprint. I mean, who wouldn't be? Being a part of the top 3 is amazing. So is being part of the top 10. You feel like, I may not have got in the top 3, but at least I'm in the top 10. Right, so, waiting for Joshua to return. Hopefully he comes back soon, because I don't want him to miss the podium. Well, do they do medals here? I think they do medals. Not little trophies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do medals. Right. I'm pretty sure I heard him this then. So, everyone congratulating each other as they park their bikes up into the 1, 2, 3 positions, getting ready for the podium. Everyone gathering round, and you can see them all cooling off in their individual pit boxes. That's Bagnaia right now on the screen. Championship 4th. Obviously finished 4th. Is that 6th championship? I'm not sure. Or either way, getting a replay of something, and that looks to be a controversy of the attempted overtake from Bagnaia to Aleix. And I'm wondering what is taking Joshua so long. The supposed problem is still not fixed, so hopefully that will be fixed very soon. You can see congratulations for Marc Marquez there as he's cooling off. Let's hope Joshua does not miss the podium. And it's obviously, I don't know what else to talk about in this bit, because obviously I was busy doing the F1 opening thing. There we are. Here we go.
Yeah, I can't fix it, whatever's going wrong with it, so we'll have to leave it like that. But I'd like to thank you all for joining us for this one. What an opener we've had. I'm sure Megan's talked you through the results. Oh, she's walked us to the back of the box anyway. So, we'll be back tomorrow for the warm-up action, then Moto3 and Moto2 here, followed by live coverage of the Grand Prix of Qatar. Thanks for your company. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.